should be wrapped in platinum. So when I'm at the club, it only compliments my fashion. Crew be laughing, breaking glasses, bouncer passes, girls passing, can't keep our eyes off they. Big up the Kelly.
What's up, YouTube? King Smog here. Now, we got Kodak Black and NBA Youngboy both looking at a decade in prison. And I want my viewers to tell me which one of them do you guys think deserves to get that sentence. Now, keep in mind, they both are young. They're both popping. They're both generating revenue. They're both, streaming like a motherfucker. So, what do you think? Now, keep in mind, NBA Youngboy got locked up directly after performing at Rolling Loud, and Kodak Black got busted as soon as he rolled up. People were even saying Rolling Loud is the feds, and I mean, trust and believe, I do believe that they did warrant checks on every single artist that was performing at that concert. So, I mean, anybody besides Kodak Black that would have had a warrant, they were going to get rolled up on too. In fact, they should change the name from Rolling Loud to The Rollers Lounge. Now, NBA Youngboy was taken into custody because he was involved in a shooting that happened right outside of his hotel, the Trump Hotel, in fact. Listen, initially, there were so many conflicting reports from different media outlets, but what has been verified by all of them now is Youngboy's crew and T Grizzly's crew allegedly got involved in some kind of altercation. Shots got to firing, and unfortunately, an innocent bystander was killed. One bullet flew 3 blocks down and hit a guy in his van who had just gotten off on Mother's Day work at Hertz Car Rental. A 5-year-old was grazed by a bullet, and NBA Youngboy's own girlfriend got shot as well. NBA Youngboy was seen applying pressure to her wound before they put her in a stretcher. Something tells me Kodak Black wouldn't be intelligent enough to do something like that. So that's strike one against Kodak Black. NBA Youngboy could have potentially saved his girlfriend's life. I doubt Kodak Black even knows what the word pressure means. Probably heard it in some song one time. Now here's where the confusion came in. Different papers were saying that certain individuals were being detained and then let free, and then certain people were being detained and taken to jail. Okay, so NBA Youngboy, he was with an entourage of probably, 10, 11, 12 people, all right? Before Rolling Loud, the cops detained some individuals that were present with NBA Youngboy and witnessed the shooting, and detained them and let them go. And then after the performance, they detained NBA Youngboy and the bodyguard. However, NBA Youngboy, being on probation, he remained in custody. The Associated Press then came out with an article saying that a spokesperson from the Miami Police Department said that no charges are going to be filed against NBA Youngboy or his crew because the shooting was done in self-defense. The Associated Press either didn't bother to research or didn't bother to mention. He's still in on a violation. Now look, yes, this is considered old news by now. I waited as long as I did because there was so many conflicting accounts, different sides to the story. I wanted to make sure that I got all of the news totally on point and correct and informative. Now, NBA Youngboy, he was detained after he performed at Rolling Loud. What they had to say to him at court was, we're going to investigate your social media. Now, in 2018, the judge decided that instead of revoking his probation,
for attempted murder. So check it out. In 2018, he was caught on hotel surveillance video footage, beating the crap out of his girlfriend. He got arrested and was released on $75,000 bond. He was facing kidnapping and aggravated assault. The judge told him he had to be put on a GPS ankle monitor, not leave the state of Louisiana for, I believe it was 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. And not use any form of social media. However, I wasn't even under the impression that he wasn't allowed to use social media, because I've been seeing all over social media. So, I mean, obviously he's been violating that from the jump, you know? And the reason he's getting violated for being on social media is the judge found a post that he made talking about the shooting and basically promising some kind of retaliation, which is the worst thing you can possibly do. That is a strike against NBA Youngboy. He's just asking for more violence that could very easily be committed in the general public once again, and once again have innocent bystanders become the victims. I mean, look, he is a public figure. So his enemies, they know where to find him. All they gotta do is find out the next club that he's performing at, the next concert he's going to, and all those places are in general public areas. Possibility of more innocent victims dying or being wounded is just as prevalent. You're not even allowed on social media, and you're gonna jump on there and bring your street beef to the fucking Instagram? See, that's how the world can tell that you're still a youngster. You don't keep street beef to the streets. You put it on to the fucking internet for the whole world to see. My question is this: who is guiding Kodak Black? Who is guiding NBA Youngboy? Who is lacing them up with game? Who are their role models? Who are their publicists? Are people telling them, hey, don't do this, or hey, don't do that, and they're just blatantly not listening? Or are people just not telling them shit? Because if people aren't telling them shit, then obviously that they are surrounding themselves with don't give a fuck about them. They're too young and egotistical to realize it. And you know what? That is a strike against NBA Youngboy for going on social media and using it as a way to threaten retaliation for the Miami shooting. Alright, now Kodak Black, wow. Where do I start, man? I've been reading that he was placed in juvenile hall 3 times in 1 year, and then May of 2017, he was placed on 5 years of probation. So my question is, how the fuck did this guy keep bailing out, dude? He's literally driving, accidentally enters Canada, goes back over the border and is caught with a gun, bails out on that charge after already being out on bail for first-degree rape for a 2016 incident in which he reportedly took the female to his hotel room, stripped her clothes off, bit her, and said shit like, I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Alright, so I understand being able to bail out on the rape case, right? Because he wasn't already on probation. He was on probation, from what I've read in multiple sources, in 2017. He was placed on 5 years of it. So how did he manage to bail out on a freaking federal... Is it because it's a federal case? It's a federal thing? So he can bail out on a federal beef, but wouldn't be able to bail out on a state beef? Or you can bail out on a federal beef when you're on state probation? I'm just not understanding this, dude. So May 11th comes around, right? Rolling Loud. He gets busted before he can even perform. He had a warrant out for him because, get this guy there's something wrong with this guy, man, for real. He tried to lie on firearms paperwork. God knows what the hell it was exactly that he lied about. But I'm sure probably the question that asked, have you ever been convicted of a felony? He put no. Are you facing criminal charges right now? No. Are you out on bail right now? No. When in fact the answer to all those questions was yes. That happened in January 2019, and the warrant just catches up to him in May. So it has just now been reported May 30th, the feds have denied him bail. The feds said, you know what, Kodak Black, you are too much of a danger to society. We are not granting you bail. We don't care about your $500,000 or over $500,000 home that you're going to put up as collateral. Did you see how much money 6ix9ine and Shoddy and all those Treyway dudes were trying to come at the feds to bail out, and they denied them bail? Think your little freaking $500,000, $600,000 pad is going to be enough collateral to bail out on a Fed case after all the breaks you've been given? I don't blame them when they say that you are a danger to society. You don't do anything positive every time you evade something negative happening to you in the legal system. I mean, yeah, I've heard about him doing certain things for the community, but I heard about all that like right when Nipsey Hussle died, and it was like right after he made those comments about Lauren London. So those acts of community service didn't appear very legitimate. It appeared like he was doing it just for the positive image that it would provide for him. So check it out, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up with listing every one of NBA Youngboy and Kodak Black's charges that I can find on the screen, and you guys for yourself can figure out who should get the 10 years, which rapper should be sentenced to the 10 years in prison that they're facing. Because I've read multiple times that he's facing up to 10 years in prison. But you know what? The Kodak Black thing, it could just be for one charge. He was looking at 30 years. So you know what? I'm just going to average it up, man. 10 years Kodak Black deserves it, or NBA Youngboy deserves it, if none of them deserve it, or if both of them deserve it. Let me know in the comments section.
I'm trying to cop the Charlotte Hornets, even practice with the guys. See, Mom, I told you one day I have my own franchise, my own skyrise, so we can sit in the model view, throwing an amusement park in the backyard like rich do. Olympic-sized swimming pool, what? The whole enchilada. I'm trying to get the dough and flee the scene like a trooper copper. Death before dishonor. Castle Hill taught me all these principles. Once we get the status, we gonna be straight invincible. Like
one of the biggest reasons I made this video was to propose this question. Which crime do you guys think is worse? Attempted murder or rape? You guys, let me know which one you think's worse. Attempted murder or rape.
When your whole team is living lavish, platinum status, diamonds and rings, I got to have it. Platinum status. When your pockets above average, platinum status, diamonds and rings, I got to have it.
CS type blaze trees in executive series. In cities, it's town cars, UVs with crash bars. It's lonely at the top, only the sky can drop us. No more copping keys, running from coppers. We planes, choppers, Grammys, Oscars, silver screen and videos. We crush your flows, manipulate your mottos. Iced out Movados, because we stay close. Propose toast, the woods and source coast to coast. You know the steeds, the birds and the bees. Learn the O's and G's, flip the birds and trees. From the sticks to the bricks, air spaces to acres. Gold diggers, feds, and the Lakers couldn't break us. Platinum status.
When your whole team is living lavish, platinum status, diamonds and rings, I got to have it.